Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. And you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Withers. Look at him. Jaheira. Lysel. She's here. My devilish friends. Look at them. The god. Look at you.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Huh. Ooh. Mingo, look at this boy. Come here, I want to talk to you first. Hold up, come here. Wait, I'll talk to you in a bit, Shadow.
Friend! You came!
I'm glad Withers brought you here.
No! You smell very delicious. Follow smell, find you.
Oh, wow.
Lots.
What you been doing?
Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep, want cave.
You need someone to look after you. How about Halson? Sounds like you need someone to look after you. How about with me and Shadowheart? Get some rest here, then you've earned it. I don't know if I want to help. I mean, how about, yeah, let's do Halson. You think he might know better. You need someone to look after you. How about Halson?
He is big, but not bigger than me. I like him. I go to him.
Yeah. Alright, let's talk to Shadow.
I didn't expect to be nervous. But
nervous?
Seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and falling leaves stuck to my backside.
I feel you. I can pinch you if you're afraid of this is real. Your backside is just fine. Trust me, I've been checking regularly. Smelling like wood smoke. If you don't think you're up to this, just say the word and I'll make your excuses. I can pinch you if you're afraid this isn't real.
Save it for when we're alone. Anyway, I know it's real. I know we made it. I just wish I could go back in time and reassure the old me that it would all work out. But enough introspection. This is a party. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
What do you think is worth telling? I doubt we could bore them if we try. Think of what we've gotten up to this last while.
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins. That stray imp that joined us. Bing
Stray
bong,
imp.
wasn't it? We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
Let me hold you? Sure, well, it's
Why?
different.
Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
She just looks up like, what's going on?
I could get lost in those arms. That can
Yeah, we'll do a
be
kiss, then we'll head out.
arranged.
We'll talk to everyone. It'll probably be the last kiss sweep in the game.
Almost a shame we're with
With Shadow
company.
Heart.
I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet.
Damn, girl.
With music
Alright, I'll be
in the
back
air
soon.
and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
I won't get in trouble. Why would I get into trouble? Let's talk to the elder.
Well,
Chihiro.
now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
That makes one of us. A lot since we met. Yeah, I've learned a lot since
I'm
last
glad
we
the months
met.
have not been wasted. Particularly as I spent them cleaning up the mess we made of the city. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Ugh. It's a kip, but it's our kip. I wouldn't change a thing.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my
Wow.
daughter. Ryan's rejoined the
Ryan.
Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more
That's good.
time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Okay. Oh, well and good. And but what about you? I want to hear what you've been up to.
Honestly, much more sitting down than I'd like. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
Yeah, for sure. Don't go getting any ideas about wandering off. Your children need you.
And I them. But I cast a little more shade than I would like. And they are only beginning to see the sun. Which is my way of saying, I'd like to see the open road once more. Just for a time. I'll find my way back. As I always do. I admit defeat. Baldursgate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave. And look back.
Look back. Good
For a
point.
little while, at least. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Where we're standing now, this campsite is my home even when I am far away.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Just to get by.
Who, me? What a will.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
What? I noticed the scent of sulfur. It's awful. Is that you? Let's do nature. I guess it is.
Take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I smell fragrant flowers and mysterious accent I can't quite place.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry
That's
from the
specific.
rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlak and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map
What?
and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlak can fill you in.
And Mizora, what part does she play in all this?
She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tanari assassins who slip into Avernus. Armonites that amass near the sticks. My next target's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more. Only that it's no demon, but a devil. I'm not worried. Not when Karlak's got my back. I swear she could
devil.
scare the eyes off a beholder.
Have you had any time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times. And he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of
Very
Gortash
good.
can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young.
Okay, well,
You shouldn't go wasting
good.
it.
Good
Or
seeing you.
wasting any of the wine for that matter.
His
I
face.
plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did
Yeah,
I say
yeah,
half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Okay. Volo, what's your...
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not?
He's
You're
more
looking very well
charismatic.
indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite
Skeletal.
my invitation getting lost in the post.
What? Lost? Have you come seeking a statement for your next
I
tell-all?
wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form.
Wow.
You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me.
The
What do
hero
you
and me.
think?
The hero and I.
It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Yeah. Please do. Who's this, Helson? Oh, he looks...
You made it! You would think someone of my vintage would
I want to talk to Lazo.
inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
Hope you're doing well, man. So let me guess, just as nature intended.
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can. For I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
You sound like you need a drink.
I am not normally given to imbibing, but this is a special occasion. And I believe our dear Withers procured a fine honey mead as part of the celebratory victuals. Even the most ascetic of nature's servants would be tempted by such an elixir. But that can wait. Your company is what truly drew me. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. Please spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. I am all
let me see what I
ears,
got.
though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Alright, recent exploits, no every detail.
Kept yourself occupied. No doubt I'll be able to spin a few yarns for the children from this. Thank you. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Oh, yeah. I may have volunteered you for something if you forgive me. Might your new committee have room for a well-behaved owlbear?
Do you truly even need to ask? Of course. Who could not open their home to a befeathered hero of Baldur's Gate? And I did promise the children I would bring them back a surprise. Oh, imagine their faces.
Awesome. What are the grooves?
On occasion, but
you stay in touch?
I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
Tell me how you've been faring. You wanted to form a new settlement, didn't you?
Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Nice. I recall you have quite a few young wards to care for, 9 wagons of them, wasn't it?
My greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Thaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again.
I'll need to see this place myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please.
Do you see them often, Thaniel and Oliver?
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me, but more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned.
You seem more settled than I expected of you. I thought that was against your nature.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
Still partial to roaming in bear form, I take
I
it?
spend half my days in ursine form. The children demanded. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
Good.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons.
A duck.
Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
Nice. It's lovely, thank
Just
you.
a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
A most welcome sight.
Alright. That's Larian.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
You can thank my partner for that. Being with them has been a blessing.
Love is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
Last time I saw you, you were running from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. Just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it.
I agree.
I've taken a turn
Good.
as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Nice. Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
You seem happy. Are you sure you haven't been drinking blood?
No, this is all me. I swear. Don't get me wrong. I was a mess at first. Every day I yearned for the sun and mourned my curse to live in the shadows. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine.
Good.
This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Nice. See you later. Hausen's drunk. Where's Liza? Grateful words. To the hero of the realms, we have followed your adventure closely from the day you fell from that doomed nautiloid to the final blow you struck the Netherbrain as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We're but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats, awesome and terrible. The lives you've saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting, to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panache, enough to touch the hearts of each of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius. The Guild of Great Genius. Who is this? Melil.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
You seem glum. I thought bards were meant to be full of pep and joy.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
I don't know. Go on then, what's your name?
Melil. Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to. Apologies. I think I got a mote. Carried away there. You're hardly to blame. You just want to change up the music, I wager.
Alright.
Go on then. What should I play?
Let's see. Any compositions?
Fine. It's your party after all. What more could I wish for?
Alright, Karlek. What's going on?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Withers, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
I missed you too.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Will and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Ernest. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
I figured. If anyone can survive Avernus twice, it's you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Keep a bottle of something good in the icebox for me, huh? Mama Kay's coming home before too long. Can I look you up when I'm out?
You had better. Or I'll hunt you down myself.
That would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
I'm sure it won't.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
She misses me. It's good to see you.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Where are you now that you couldn't be here? Shractalor. I've never heard of it. Should I have?
I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once kin with mine. Until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Hold on, the great warrior lays out on a diplomatic mission?
Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
When will I see you again?
When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right?
She said she missed us. Literally.
I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
I'm good with that. I'll take it. Alright. Next up, Gale. Well, let's do Minsk before we do Gale. I don't know where Gale is.
Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend.
Boo. Good to see you, Minsk.
Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell.
Oh,
had
shit,
a
what
moment to
happened?
lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
You were in a cell, what for?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
It sounds like Withers got you out just in time.
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn, Boo would not be late to the bloodshed. But leave
What are you
such matters
talking
for the
about?
morn. Tonight is
Like,
for
what the fuck are you
celebration
talking about?
and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
Just living my life. Now I found someone to live it with.
Ah, the lovebirds still nest together then?
Yeah.
Minsk is glad. For what is life without a companion? Though I am thinking yours does not sit on your shoulders, eh? Ah, you are right, Boo. That is none of Minsk's business. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo. Though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Alright, where's Gale?
Oh,
there's Tara.
at what cost?
A prayer or two would suffice. Aha! There you are, my mortal friend. Goodness.
Mortal.
Was Faerun always so dull? Still,
What happened to you?
at least the company was worth the trip, if not the view.
So you did it? You became a god.
I told you I would, didn't I? I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it.
Okay.
Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition.
What does a god of ambition offer to his followers?
I offer them nothing. I inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves.
Inspiration.
Great
So you're a
as the
motivational
heights
speaker?
I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creed merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just about the heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing. A drifting dust mote of a wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof. proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
What of those with evil ambitions? Do you encourage them to?
I am a god of ambition, not of the consequences of ambition. Nor am I the arbiter of good or evil, for that matter. At best, those concerned with the consequences of their actions might consult with Savras, god of divination. Though these days, I doubt he'd see them coming. I am ambition incarnate. As indistinguishable from that most potent sensation as Mystra herself is from the weave. And word is spreading. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
If you ever need a chosen, you know where to find me.
With the ambition you hold, you'll never be too far from my sights. Pursue your dreams, and keep me in your prayers, and who knows? They might just get answered.
The day I pray to you, Gale, is the day up is down, left is right, and Tressim's a cat's.
Tressim's.
Well, there he is.
Hey, girl.
Gale in
Tressim.
all his glory. I hope you're happy, the god of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous?
Redonkulous. I agree, Tara. He's not who he
Not
used
in
to
the
be.
least. And who led him straight to such ridiculous notions, hmm? Who left that crown in the river where any foolish wizard could swim down and pick it up? You were looking out for him. I expected better of you.
Give us his own man, Tara.
False. He was mine. Though now he belongs only to his own pride. I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he'd decided to learn nothing from his mistakes, what use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so. And I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was.
I'd love
Jolly
to.
good. I'll tell Mrs. Dekarios to be expecting you. Oh, she'll be delighted. Things just haven't been the same without himself cluttering up the place. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration.
Alright. Oh, we got to say hi to Tara, too. Now what? Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Last holdout cultists cleared from Temple of Baal. Thorn's army dispersed from Baldurian borders. Raven Guard returned to full strength. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. I think that's about it. Let's see if Withers has anything else to say to us.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Hey, Withers.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I feel satisfied. I accomplished everything I wanted to do.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the name of the game. That is Baldur's Gate.
To you.
Down the river. With a heartfelt thank you from Larian Studios. In loving memory of our friend and colleague Jim Southworth, cinematic animation lead. Directed by Sven Vinka. Damn. What a game, man. What a fucking... I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I don't have to say anything about this game. There's no words. There's just too much, man. There are no words. I don't have any words. Like I said, I'm satisfied with what we did. We finished this fucking game, man. I had to do that brain twice. I literally failed the first time. It was actually pretty hard. Difficult. Well, I made it difficult for myself when I first fought the brain. Just because I didn't use my allies at all. Whereas, as you saw in the second one, the second attempt, I actually just released all of them. All my allies. Might as well, right? But no, I love this game, man. Love the game. I wish I could play with, like, other people. Because, you know, it is co-op, so... 4-player co-op, man. If it was 4-player... If I could play with other people, man... That would be, like, the reason to play it again. One of the reasons why I would play it again. Damn, our 2.5 million early access players. You for playing this game, supporting us and sharing our love for classic RPGs. Yeah, I wasn't part of the early access player base.
There thou
Ooh,
art,
there you go.
the dead three.
Ooh.
Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals. I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
That's a cool piece. Back to the main menu. Guys, it's over. As Withers said. I appreciate you guys following the series if you were able to get to this point. Like I said before, thank you guys for everything. Really fucking love the game. Really recommend the game for anybody that's interested in actually playing it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you were able to see the episodes, very proud of myself finishing this game. It's a huge game, amazing game, and like I said, I hope you guys get it and experience it for yourselves. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm expecting to upload these final episodes before 2025 or going into January a little bit. We'll see how it plays out, but it depends on how much content I have, so in order to split it up and how it's edited too, how it comes out in post, honestly. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully everything comes out before 2025 starts. But anyway, guys, again, thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one, and man, I'm satisfied. A year and a half. I'll miss it. Man.